这个像海绵一样，好软啊。
There's places in the west coast where the moss is deep like this.
Wow.
What I look for.
Wow.
So we track feathers right through the forest, right?
Yeah.
So this is something that a hawk killed,
Oh.
right? So that's called a feather pile. It's an old one. But they pluck it, right? And
Yeah.
it comes dropping out of the sky.
Ah.
Right? So when we start seeing that,
Yeah.
that makes us go, whoa. And we start looking for other bits of information, like if their shit comes out,
Yeah.
or they cough up pellets, and we look for those on the ground, right? Or we look for what they killed and eaten, and then that help.
Yeah.
Then I'll see if I can.
No, they have a bone.
And then
These are small
these are,
birds?
These are old. Yeah, this was a small duck.
Yeah.
It's like a little duck about this big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. You can see like here, feathers, right?
Yeah.
So this is relatively old evidence. But a lot of times they'll catch them and they come down here and they want to eat on the ground. 'Cause they're looking like this for anything that'll come and get them.
Yeah.
So what they do is if they bring it back to their nest, they'll kill it.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll come down, kill it, they might take its head off, eat that, and then they'll fly back to the nest
Okay.
within about 200 feet, or say 100 meters less. And then they clean it.
Yeah.
They have areas where they just pluck all their birds.
Yeah.
So there's feathers everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they make the mess away from the nest. And then they fly the clean bit of meat bird with hardly any feathers, take that to the nest. Because if they make the mess underneath the nest,
Yeah.
then predators like a raccoon or a marten, remember that marten that the goshawk was trying to catch? I showed you on the
Yeah.
video. They don't want the martens to find their nest, so they
Put
pluck
it
them.
here.
Yeah,
And then they go take a
maybe the
night.
nest is on the other side of the river,
Ah.
right?
It's cool. They're so smart.
I spent way too much time following birds around.
Yeah.
My whole life. On the other side of the river is old.
Oh, that's the other side.
Because, yeah, that used to be the old shoreline of the ocean.
Yeah.
This is all new land.
Yeah.
And, but anyhow, if you were to do the jadam and get the soil microbes, I might come under a tree like this,
Yeah.
right? And then dig in here,
And they put the rice.
put the rice in there,
Yeah.
come back like 3 weeks later
Wow.
and pull it out. You want it when it's all kind of blue
Yeah.
color, and you pull that out and carry that home with you. Okay.
Oh.
So when I work
They have a hole.
with seabirds,
Yeah.
a lot of times they'll nest in like there.
Oh.
Not here though, on the outer islands where there's no mammals.
Yeah.
The islands that are far offshore,
Yeah.
where you don't have raccoons, you don't have rats, they cannot have mammals. So if I was to do this and I want a seabird colony,
Yeah.
I would want to know. So I have a glove with a long sleeve.
Yeah.
And I put my arm in there
And
look
take
for-
out?
and I try to for birds.
Yeah.
But before,
Yeah.
what I would do is to see if it's an active nest or not, because you
Yeah.
don't even know if they're in there.
Yeah.
But if I look at this now, right?
Yeah.
See the cobweb?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing's been in there,
Yeah, I think.
right? Not lately.
Yeah.
So what you do then, if you're still wondering,
What this?
you do this, right? You block it off with sticks. And then you come back
And checking again.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if they've fallen out, you know it's active.
Ah.
Right? And then you go look. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the birds live in the hole.
They live on the ocean their whole life.
Yeah.
They only come to some of the ones that I study, not all birds, but
Yeah.
certain seabirds. They come in and they'll nest in the forest floor. They move at night so you can't see them.
Okay.
And during the day you're walking around it and they're under your feet everywhere,
Yeah.
in the moss.
Wow. What is? Wow. The deer?
Yeah, baby.
Baby deer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shoulder blade, scapula. There's a hoof.
Yeah. So how?
They're coming. I might be able to bring them to us a little bit closer. Yeah. So that's a hermit thrush. It's called a hermit thrush. Yeah. That's a begging, kind of a whining begging call. That's just a call. It's not its song. All those sounds.
Call his friend.
Just begging for food.
Yeah.